We're off to Perth. Holiday, holiday. Yeah. This time a full week of no children, no pets, no responsibilities, and a swimming pool.
And like 38-degree weather.
Had to go and move. But we were just looking at this to see how many have I seen. Bin chicken, check. Kangaroo, check. Koala, check. Kookaburra, still on my list. Crocodile, don't really want to see. Neither do the froggy toady thing. Just no thank you. I'm not really, is that a salamander?
That's a blue tongue lizard, probably.
Oh, blue tongue skink. Have not seen unless we count the one that I saw in the museum, but I don't. It has to be in the wild. A fairy wren I have seen, and they are the most stunning little creatures, as is this one. The minor bird, lorikeet. So I'm not doing too bad. What is that? Awesome. Oh, I've seen a dead one. I don't know if that really counts. So we're doing well.
But you always count the koala as two because you could see a big koala and a baby.
True. Our gate is down here. Let's go.
17 to Perth will begin shortly and close 10 minutes before departure.
So we made it to Perth in one piece. I almost did not make it in one piece. The plane was not great for me, let's just say. It was a much smaller plane than the ones that I was on when I came to Australia. And like the bigger planes, for some reason on the descent, even though you feel it, it wasn't so bad. But the little plane that we were on today, when we were descending, I felt so sick and I was like holding on to my lunch for dear life. And I was just like, oh my god. So that wasn't very fun dealing with that. And then as soon as we landed, like the heat here is so different to Adelaide. Like 30 degrees in Adelaide, I was fine. Like not fine, but I was okay. I could cope. 30 degrees here. Oof. I was struggling. It was very similar to the heat back home, where it's just so heavy and just feels like there's no air and it's just so stifling and just almost like you've just walked into a sauna. It was that kind of heat. That wasn't fun. Did not enjoy that. And I had a run-in with the taxi driver because while we were being driven, obviously they're a scam anyway, but this guy was on WhatsApp in one hand while driving with the other, and like when he did indicate, which was very rarely, he was like using his hand and reaching it over the steering wheel, so his other hand was still on WhatsApp. He was having a conversation with someone and he was driving, like at one point he was going 100 kilometers on a normal road. So yeah, this guy like the entire time was over the speed limit on his phone. And as soon as we stopped outside the apartment block, I got my phone out and I took some photos of like the license plate and the company and the car number. And he was like, why are you taking photos of my car? And I was like, I'm not. I mean, I was, but I said to him, I'm not. And he was like, yes, you are. I saw your camera. I saw your camera up as soon as you got out of the car and now you're walking around taking photos. I was like, I'm taking photos of the building that I've never visited because it's different to everything back home. And he started walking towards me while he was saying this, and it looked like he was going to reach for my phone. And I was like, mate, if you try and touch my phone or in any way try to like demand to see what photos I have taken, I will be calling the police. And I'm pretty sure you're not going to want the police getting involved right now. So thankfully he either accepted my excuse or he just decided it wasn't worth it. So he left. And I was like to Ren, I'm really sorry, I should have tried to do that a bit more discreetly. And I said, I'm going to report him. And Ren was like, oh yeah. So, because I was worried that, you know, I'd like upset Ren, but Ren was completely in agreement that this guy was dangerous. He should not be on the roads, let alone a taxi driver. So yeah, I've now started looking how to report him. But that was quite scary. But we are now here. We're at Ren's brother's house. Obviously, I'm not going to show you around because this is, you know, it's different to a hotel or an Airbnb or, you know, anything like that. This is one of Ren's family members' homes. I'm not going to be showing you around. But what is really lovely is his partner is Japanese. So there's like loads of Japanese food here and cooking ingredients and snacks and stuff. So I've been having a great time going through the food cupboards and like working out what I can make while we're here. We decided to order in for the first night. There's nowhere to prop my camera up, so I'm having to hold it. It's really sore. We decided to order in tonight because it's 2.5 hours behind Adelaide. So, you know, where in Adelaide we would be going to bed at 10 p.m. Here it's only going to be 7:45. No, it's only going to be 7:15. So we're sort of trying to keep ourselves going. But Ren's brother is due back today as well. He works in the mines in Western Australia, so he'll be like here for tonight. And then he's heading off at like 4:30 tomorrow morning for work, and so we'll then be alone. So he said he'll show us a few things, like there's a pool on this, like on the estate that we can use. So we're looking forward to finding out where that is. I can also see the main city from where I'm sat on the balcony. So there's a really pretty tree, but if you look carefully, if it will show it on screen, this building just here that you can see poking out of the trees, that is, I believe, is like the main CBD of the area. And Ren's brother has told us that it's about their walking distance and they only live like 5 minutes from the main city, so that's pretty cool. New birds that I don't know. But yeah, there is quite a busy road just down here. There's also people just down here doing stuff that's making noise. But yeah, there is like quite a busy road, so I apologise for the traffic noises. Some things that we're getting up to this week. Definite, we've got Fremantle. Apparently it's like amazing for the sunsets and the views that you get there. One day we want to do sort of like a K-pop and bookish look, because there's a few stores here that sell K-pop and there's some cool bookstores that we want to check out. Rottnest Island is another one that we don't yet know for certain if we're doing, but we would like to do. That one is a small island just off the coast, just about sort of 30-minute ferry ride from here, and is full of quokkas, and it's pretty much the only place in the world where you get wild quokka. What the hell bird is that? That sounds like a bird with a sore throat. Oh, I mean, it's not the only one. So yeah, we're hoping to go to Rottnest, or Roddy as they all call it, so we can see the quokkas. And yeah, the rest of the week we're pretty much going to take it easy and just chill out and do whatever we feel like. Obviously New Year's Eve we're not going to be up to much. New Year's Day is supposed to be the hottest day that we've got here, so New Year's Day is due to be like 39-40 degrees. So we're probably very wisely staying inside for that day. We're kind of this is just our easygoing, chill out, don't really have many plans week. We'll see what we get up to, but in the meantime, inevitably, there's going to be some footage coming up of us doing stuff. So as always with these kind of vlogs, I may check in and give you updates, or you're just going to get a big long week's vlog. But enjoy our holiday as we take you with us on our adventures through Perth. So we've discovered a downside.
is so noisy.
I thought it was an alarm, but now we're thinking crickets or frogs.
I think frogs. But they're very annoying.
Yeah, so much for sitting out here and just having a peaceful evening in the 28-degree.
I almost went face first into your camera.
In the 28-degree 8 p.m. heat.
Yeah, but this feels so much better.
Oh yeah, God. Even that 2-degree, oh no, it was about 33 when we landed.
Yeah.
Even that like 5-degree difference. I could go for a walk in this.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that too.
Maybe we're going to investigate what the fuck that is.
And done.
I'm home. Oh my God, this is like being back in Stratford or York. Even Canterbury has a lot of places like this. I'm home. Kind of. Perth. Ah. Really sunny. But pretty cool. But hot.
Very hot.
Yeah, we're
Hot. Hot, hot, hot.
I always stand next to you and then I'm like, angle. Came down to my level.
I know. Oh, gotta get the squats in.
I can't decide if this looks really cool or really garish. Or a little bit of both. Oh yeah, what on earth? They're meant to be like cactuses. Yeah, that's the one. You know the real world. Jonah would be happy. Brian McClellan. as my pretty. Okay, the lighting on that was horrific.
I went to do that and I was like, oh no.
So this is the new bridge that just opened like last week, was it, Doug said?
Yeah.
And as it's New Year's Eve, tonight it's going to be all different colours and have loads of exciting things. And then we are...
There's the swans.
I didn't see them during the day.
I did for like a second. One was white, one was black.
So we're at the Swan River. These are the swans, and then from over there they're going to be setting off all the fireworks. They've got a show at 8:30 for the families, and then at midnight, which I might walk down for, I might not. We'll see how I feel.
I will not.
Yeah, Ren fully intends on being sound asleep. I'm gonna just see how I go. But yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. Woo. That was Ren's Happy New Year.
Yeah.
I hope you all have a fantastic New Year. I mean, obviously you'll be seeing this after New Year, but I hope you have a fantastic one. We're gonna enjoy some fireworks and enjoy the beautiful bridge. And yeah, enjoy the show.
Just making sure you...
Happy January 1st! I'm sat really low down. I went to bed about 11:30, hoped I would be asleep in time for the fireworks so I would miss them, but I was still awake, so I went back out. I had a look at the fireworks. They had some really adorable ones that had like love hearts and smiley faces. They had one that genuinely looked like a dick, and we were both just like pfft. And then that one happened again at midnight and I was like pfft. But yeah, we also, to end the year yesterday, we went book shopping and K-pop hunting, and we didn't really have much luck on the K-pop front. On the books, there were a few that I saw in various shops, and I did enjoy the shops we went into, but A, for budgetary reasons, and B, for trying to think of my suitcase coming home, I was very good and did not buy anything until our final bookstore, which was Rabble Books, and we went in there because Ren used to have a subscription to them, and they are like a queer, woman-owned bookstore that have like politics and books and things on all of that, as well as LGBT. I did enjoy it. I was surprised that they had so many non-LGBT books. Like, if I owned a queer store, I would have a section that was purely queer. The feminist section would be, you know, feminist stuff, and it was kind of all mixed in together. And then they also had a load of non-queer stuff, and I was like, oh, like, I just would expect that if you're a queer bookstore that you wouldn't supply non-queer books unless it was for a different thing that you cater to, such as like a feminist book or a book on Palestine, you know? So I was a little disappointed there because I kept picking books up thinking, oh, that sounds interesting, and then seeing that it wasn't queer and like, oh. And we were both kind of like trying to find books that were queer because obviously we wanted to buy queer books in a queer bookstore. I was also freaking out over prices because holy shit, the prices of books here are, most of them are at least £5 more than I would pay in the UK. And there were a few that were like double. There was like one book where it was $39.99, $40 for a paperback, which back in the UK would be £20 for a single paperback. And it was just a standard paperback. And I was like, absolutely not, I object to paying those prices. But eventually I did find two that were within decent prices from like what I consider decent prices. The first is not queer, but the cover and the content, and it has a cat on the cover. Obviously, I had to get it. And as you know, I've entered a bit of a translated fic era, so I picked up The Lantern of Lost Memories by Sanaka Hiragi. But then I was like, right, okay, I want to get a queer book, and I kind of knew what I wanted to try and get if I could. I didn't want too big a book because I didn't want to like weigh up my suitcase too much. But I was like, I know what I want to get for this. And so I'm going home with Celestial Monsters by Aidan Thomas. It's going straight onto my all-time favourite shelf with some Bearer Trials. And hilariously, Ren was going, I need to get a queer book. I can't find a queer book that I want to get. And I was like, Sunbearer Trials. And they were like, oh yeah. So I got the sequel, Ren got the first book. And so between us, we bought the series. So those are the books that I got while shopping yesterday. I did try to pick up some like Aussie authors, but like I said, the price of the books, I was just like, oh my God. And also a lot of the books that I was being recommended that were like either Indigenous or just Australian authors were all really big and chunky. But I then also remembered that obviously at Oz Asia Festival, I did pick up some books there that were by Australian authors. So I was like, do you know what, I've already done that. I would like to try and get at least one book written by an Indigenous author before I leave, but other than that, I have kind of maxed out my quota of books. I say that now, but knowing that I've got a book convention, another book convention coming up, I hold out little hope that I will not buy books there. That's what we got up to yesterday. Today, I had a sleep in. I didn't get up till 9, whereas yesterday I woke up at like 6:30. Ren hasn't really had a lie-in either because they've been awake at like 6 both days. But today it's due to be really, really hot. Like the app is saying 39, but we're just gonna chill in. We've bought some cheeses to make a cheese board for dinner this evening, and I've bought some duck pancakes for myself. There's also a swimming pool here, so we're gonna go down, and if there's not like hundreds of people at the swimming pool, we're gonna go for a swim and just basically start our first read of the year together, which will be The Spider and Her Demons by Sydney Koo. And yeah, it's just gonna be chill. I'm currently boiling some water to make avocado on toast for Ren, so I'm gonna go make that, and then we're just gonna start our New Year's Day chilling. So let's start our new year. Pool time. Potentially pool time. We are going for a New Year Day swim. If we get there and there's like a whole bunch of people, we're just gonna be like, maybe we can just like make a paddling pool in the living room or something.
Well, they do have a bath.
I've never really been a pool person, but you know, maybe today will change that. Yeah, we're gonna walk through this little garden bit, which is really cute, and then we're gonna see if there's anyone at the pool. Look how cute this is. Look at the flowers, they're like lanterns. Oh my God, they're so pretty. Ta-da!
Very interesting. Great avocados for
your play now. You go bye-byes.
No, that's okay.
You go through that. Little cutie fell in the pool, Ren rescued it, and now it's just washing itself off. Oh, for God's sake.
Like if you could do that not on me, it would be nice. It's so cute. I would like to swim.
It's really weird because it's like super hot outside of the pool, but very cold in the pool. So my body's like, are we hot or are we cold? Anyway, back to playtime.
Every time. Let the record show I did not push her. They pushed me. Oh no.
I wanted to make some Asian food for New Year, so I have some duck, pancakes, an omelette that I fried using like like one of those weird omelette fry thingies, and it was so cool. And then we've got sauces and rice and other sauces. I'm actually so proud of this. It needs more veg, and I wish I'd done like a broth or a soup, but considering Ren can't eat most of this because of the gluten or the meat,
Yeah.
and it's just for me, it's good. Let's eat. Happy New Year. Says nothing about touching them.
Stay at a safe distance.
It still doesn't say,
Not to stress or chase the kangaroos away.
but it still doesn't say you can't touch them. So if one did come right up enthusiastically or just like curiously.
And when a kangaroo beats you up, I will laugh and then help you. Look, hello, bird.
I was going to say, look directly in front of us. Hi. No, it's okay. This is trippy. It's like wild wetlands and like desiccated land, and then the city. It's just how? How?
Australia, baby.
Australia is so unique with that. Like we get it a little bit in the UK, but nowhere near. Like it is complete wilderness in this part, and then you walk 2 minutes that way or about 10 minutes that way and you're in metropolis, like major city. It's tripping. It's trippy. but pretty and beautiful. Huh?
Very pretty.
Yeah, like you. We saw some kangaroos, as you just saw. We're now
For more.
on the hunt for more. I don't know if we will see any more, but we'll go looking. I'm being very clever and not walking into long grass to take photos. I'm not going to get bitten by snakes. Steaks, yes. We don't know if it's Harrison or Harrison. We don't know if you pronounce the H or not, but we're on that island. Yesterday was just a day off to relax and do sweet FA. And swim. It was so good. And then today, this walk was meant to be just like a... Well, today the day was kind of to also do sweet FA, but then I think both of us hit a point where we were like, we need to do something.
Yeah. Gotta move the body.
Yeah. We ended up just coming out for a walk, and then when we get home we'll probably think about food.
Food.
Yeah. We haven't decided what we're doing tomorrow yet. Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, Kings Park Botanical Garden. That way or that way? Name the film. Which way would you go? Would you go left or right?
Labyrinth?
Yeah! You remain my partner. This way! Where the brand new bridge that just opened like last week that we were on for New Year's Eve. We're heading back towards it. Anyway, as I was saying, tomorrow we are going to Kings Park, which is like their big nature park thing, and they have a big botanical garden there, and there's like various walks and stuff, and tomorrow's like the coolest day that we're due to get while we're here, which is 29 degrees. Even the birds like, ugh. So yeah, we're gonna do the outdoor stuff on the coolest day. So anyway, I'm gonna go back to taking photos because you can't see it on this camera, but this bit here, oh, you can see it actually. That is a gorgeous shot. I need to get a photo of that, so speak to you in a bit. Hello and welcome to another day, another adventure, and on today's adventure you can hear it behind me. It's quite natural. Lots of crickets. Bloody crows. But on today's adventure, ta-da! Kings Park and Botanic Garden. I've got a list on my phone of some places that obviously if we don't get to all of them, not a problem. But I've got a list of places we want to sort of check out, and then we're going into the Botanic Garden. But where we've just got off on the bus. Hi Ren. Morning. Hello. But where we just got off on the bus. Oh, thank you. Where we just got off the bus. It's like we've got off at the bushland, so it's all natural bush, and they've just kind of let it grow wild. And as we were walking up, I was like, I can smell lemon myrtle, which has quickly become one of my favourite plants out here. Let's go do some exploring, me bobs, and I'll catch you on the other side after our adventure. It's just so weird seeing all this rugged grassland and then ferns.
Yeah.
Like tropical plant. Even though I know we're in the tropics, it's just still tripping my brain. Fire here at some point historically. So it's like all the dead trees over here and then these. We can't not. Wren path. For the wren! Morning. And of course the wren path is all black and hollowed. It knows me so well. But also, in all seriousness, I looked up and in 2023 some dickheads set a bunch of fires off across the park. So that's why you're seeing a lot of brinded, charred trees, but as Ren pointed out, as Fiona told us on our KI walk, the bark underneath the char is healthy, so eventually the trees will just fleck off that burnt stuff and they will regenerate and be great again. Ganjao, Gandanjao, Ganjanjao. Yeah, Ganjanjao. There we go. Got it. Pollinate well, my buddies. You ready for your tree tap walk?
Are you?
No, there's a reason I'm not looking down. We have nature, 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 beautiful wilderness, wildlife, nature, nature, city. It's not that big a drop, like even if we did drop it wouldn't be too bad. A couple of broken legs maybe. Possibly a broken pelvis. Oh no, that's death.
Yeah. That's why I was like,
No! Why did I look down? Look like little hands. Hi! Probably some background noise, and I apologise, but as you might be able to see, I don't think you can, but we are at the airport. Alas, our time in Perth has come to an end. We've got about an hour and a bit, just under an hour and a half before we board. It's not my favourite trip that we've done so far, and it's not been my favourite part of Australia. That's still Kangaroo Island. Nothing could possibly top that, I don't think. But it was still beautiful. We had a great time. We didn't end up going out yesterday. We did consider it because Ren's brother was like, oh, the sunsets in Perth are like the best in the country, and we were both like, the 6 nights that we were there, we were both very underwhelmed and very unimpressed. One of the nights was gorgeous, and I'll show you like here. Like that was stunning and beautiful, and it was well worth it, but the rest of the nights it was kind of just wishy-washy meh. So yesterday we kind of, in the morning I went to the pool, and when I came back it was like 12 o'clock, had food, and then Ren was like, hey, did you want to go out? And I was like, honestly, let's just check in around 3-4 o'clock, see how we're feeling. And we checked in, and neither of us were in the mood to go out. Ren ended up going for a walk for a couple of hours. I stayed home and did a whole bunch of cooking. I made some sushi, some rice balls. I got lunch prepped for while we're here at the airport. That's what we did yesterday. And you know, part of me, I was saying this to Ren, half of me is like, oh, I feel like I've wasted so much time on this trip where I could have been out doing stuff and seeing all the sights, and like I did want to get into the city one time after dark, and that just didn't happen. And I was like, part of me is like, oh, I just feel like I've wasted my time, but then the other part of me is having to learn it's okay to go on a holiday and just do nothing for a week, because at the end of the day this was a break. It was a mental health stop as well as a get out and do things. And when I think about it that way, we actually did a really good balance of the two. We had, I think, 3 days where we did things, 3 days where we stayed in and did nothing. I say nothing, I still yesterday edited and posted a video. Ren's been filming and editing while we've been here. So I wouldn't count that as nothing, but it's still, you know, predominantly on those days that we were in, I would say I just sort of crashed on the couch, watched TV. I started a new K-drama, and oh my god, I'm obsessed. Even Ren has started to like they're standing there going. Like,
start from the beginning because that's so good.
I told you, didn't? Within 5 minutes of it starting, I was like, oh, we need to watch this together. And then you were kind of like, oh, I don't think so. I'm not really bothered. And then I started watching it, and then I'm now on like episode 10, and Ren has started watching it around episode 9 and was like, oh my god, what is this? And I was like, this is the K-drama that I told you need to watch, that you were kind of like, not sure. It's like, this is why you need to listen to me for healer. But it's called The Judge from Hell. It feels, the comedy is on point. It's got that amazing blend that I love with comedy and action, as well as like soft, gentle romance. So it is definitely, as we all know, Healer is my absolute favorite. Crash Landing on You, Strong Woman, Bong Soon. This one is absolutely going up into that top sort of 5 for me with those. I haven't even finished it yet, and it's just been so immaculate the whole way through. So that's been fantastic, and it's been nice to just chill out. On the whole, it's been really good. The only kind of negative that I've had this holiday was on the very first night. I went out and, as you know, I did the filming to introduce where we were, and then I cleaned the table that I was sat at. So I had full plans of sitting out there and doing some journal stuff. Unfortunately, something bit me on both my hands, and my left hand is now recovered. My right hand is still a tiny bit puffy, but I woke up the next morning, my right pinky finger was at least double, if not more, the size it should be, and it was like oozing, and I was like, oh my god. For the New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, it was very tentative as to whether I should go to hospital or not. So thankfully during New Year's Day it did start to reduce a little bit, and I was like, okay, I think we're good. But it definitely couldn't, I'm like, it can't have been a mosquito bite, because the next day I got a mosquito bite on my leg and reacted absolutely normally for me. This was an overreaction. Like my right hand, the bite was, like you can see, here's where like the bite was, but all the back of my hand, all of this was red and swollen and puffy. And like I said, with this finger, like this finger was like out here somewhere. It was ridiculous and scary. My saga with bugs continues in this country. So yeah, like on the whole it was great. Like we got to see more kangaroos, we got to see more birdies. I've just fallen in love with the magpies over here, but I have a thing with magpies back home. So I feel like magpies are just like, you know, people have like a bird that is like their bird. Growing up it was barn owls for me, but I think magpies are like my thing, because it doesn't seem to matter where I go, I find a magpie and I make friends. Yeah, we got to see like lots of plants, and I got a new appreciation for the plants out here. And yeah, if I stop and think about it, I'm like, actually we did Harrison Island, we went into the city, we did some book shopping, we went K-pop shopping, we went to the botanical gardens, we got to see the sunset, we spent a day by the pool reading our first books, we started a new K-drama, we've done some filming and editing. It's like, actually that is a lot in a 6-day period. So me thinking to myself, oh, I've wasted time, I'm like, actually I feel like I've done a lot. And I feel like I've started the year off really well with like my YouTube and all of that. Stop having important things to say. That is our adventure done. Thank you so much for watching. The next vlog that you see, like Australia vlog, will be probably in the next week or so. And you might be confused because it does talk about stuff that happened before Christmas. So that vlog will cover sort of December the 19th through to like the second week of January. And then the vlog after that will be a romantic affair vlog, I reckon. And then my final vlog will be at the end of January, beginning of February, with my last things I get up to in Australia. So a little bit of an overlap with dates, and I do apologise for that, but that's just how it's going to have to go. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed our adventures in Perth. Let me know in the comments what your favourite thing in this video was. In the meantime, I hope you're all good. I hope you're staying safe. Please don't forget to check out my Patreon and Etsy. Both are linked below. My Patreon is back up and running. My Etsy will be back up and running in mid-February to early March. And I will speak to you on the next video.